Hi, this is Amy Jo Berman with your quick acting/auditioning tip of the day. Okay, so the other day I had lunch with a manager friend of mine. He's quite a big manager in the industry, and we sat down and I asked him if it was okay if I asked a bunch of questions from you guys, which I posed on my fan page, and I said, hey, what do you want to know from a big talent manager? So there were a zillion questions. I couldn't get to them all, but I got a bunch of them. So here are some. Now, a bunch of you commented on Logan's question and wanted to know what the answer to Logan's question. So I did get to ask this one, and the question was, from a casting director's or talent agent's point of view, in this case a manager, which is better for non-SAG wanting to advance his or her acting career? Many background roles in major feature films, or many speaking roles in local independents? Which experience is more valuable, or is it a mix? So when I asked him this question, the way that he responded was that whatever is going to get you your SAG card is going to advance your career. So in his opinion, it doesn't matter which one it is, whichever one is going to get you vouchers towards getting your SAG card. Because if you're non-SAG and you want to and you do want to advance your career. Look, if you're looking to create just a career in your local market, it might not be the best thing to be SAG, depending on your market and what the availability of jobs is, SAG versus non-SAG. But if you're looking to advance your career, and by that I'm assuming you meant to have a professional career, maybe coming to Los Angeles or New York, you need to be SAG. And that was absolutely his response, is do whatever it takes to get your SAG card. So you can do that by doing extra work, as long as you can do extra work where you get SAG vouchers. Okay, so, and in my opinion, I'll throw my 2 cents in here too, that doing that extra work to get the SAG card is great. Do it, get it done. But then the next step towards advancing your career is putting a reel together. And for that, if doing local independence is a way to get a reel on yourself, then you should do that. Okay, so that's one question. Let's see. A lot of you kind of ask questions about what the best way to approach a manager for representation is. Celeste asked this question, how to get on a manager's radar. Moira asked that question, and a bunch of you kind of echoed it. And so I asked him kind of generally, how to get on the radar. And his very first thing that he said was have a fantastic reel. And now I know some of you are beginning and don't have a reel. Stick with me for a second. So first of all, if you do have a reel, make sure it's a good reel, make sure it's professional, have a consultation with a professional, myself, anybody who knows this kind of stuff, and make sure it's good. And get that reel in front of somebody you want to represent you. Most people are not going to take a look at you unless they can see something, unless you're super, super new, and in which case I will take you to the next question, okay? Because this leads me to, somebody else asked a question. Hold on. I got lots of papers. I wanted there were so many questions. Let's see. Yeah, Gina asked, where do you find new talent to rep? And Jackie asked, do you usually just have interest in SAG actors? What does a non-SAG actor have to do to stand out? So the kind of answer to all those questions, really from my manager friend, and I have to agree with him, he said, have a great demo, but if you don't have a great demo because you haven't done any work yet, then perform, do something, get in a play, go do stand-up, do a one-person show, create an opportunity for yourself to get seen. That's it. There's no magic bullet like, do this one thing and you're going to get the manager. You have to get them to see your work so that they can become passionate about you. They can't represent you without knowing your work, because then they're not truly representing you, they're just being your rep. And let me tell you, from a casting director's point of view, when a talent agent or manager calls us and pitches you, they better know your work. Because if they're calling and pitching just like this laundry list of clients, and then we ask them, as we usually do, well, what have they done that I can see that's kind of like this part, or how do I know he's going to be able to pull it off? They better be able to reel off why they think you can do it. And it's not just because they want you to get the job. They have to understand your work. So it's really important that you give them the ability to see your work. Now this particular manager and an agent I had lunch with last week, I kind of asked a similar question, and they both said that they look at, they click on every link that they get when they get an email, and if there's a link to somebody's work. Now, I know, no, I cannot give you his email address because then you'll spam the heck out of him with emails, and he asked me not to. But just know that sometimes your stuff is getting clicked on and looked at without you even realizing it, which means it better be good. So don't put that stuff out there unless you know that it's good, okay? Because you don't want to burn that bridge and you don't want to miss that opportunity. Let me see if there's something else that I asked him. Oh, somebody, yeah, there was one other question that I asked that I got a chance to get in there. Claudia asked, how does working union talent not in LA get representation before they make the move to LA? And Claudia, what he said about that was, you know, he said, have an amazing demo. That was the first thing. And then he said, come here and do a round of meetings first. So you don't want to just move here. I mean, look, unless you're going to move here anyway, no matter what, you know, you're going to move here, you're going to move here, then just move here. The best time to start anything in any venture is today, okay? So if you're going to move here, just move here. But if you're thinking of moving here and you want to have a foothold before you move here, which are two different goals, you get that, right? If you're thinking of moving here and you kind of want to see what's going on, then you want to have a great demo, and then you want to come out here, and he said, and do a round of meetings first. So you're going to have to learn how to network and connect and market so that you can get those meetings, but don't come out here for a short trip to test it out without a round of meetings set up, because then it's just a big waste of time and you're just sightseeing, okay? So in terms of getting your links clicked and creating a network of people who will meet you, these are all things, by the way, that I taught and I'm teaching in my Attractor Factor for Actors class. So if you're not in that, you should absolutely take a look at it, attractorfactorforactors.com. And many of my students are learning that right now. So, so if you don't know those skills, there is a way. So anyway, that's it. I know there's a zillion more questions, and I've printed them all out. I don't know if you can see it here, but that looked blank when I showed it to the screen. Can you see that there's actual print on the page? Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go through these one by one and make a series of videos that answer as many of these questions as I possibly can, because many of them are right in my wheelhouse to answer, and I don't need a manager for that. Anyway, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, and you think it's awesome to get these kind of answers right from the horse's mouth, definitely give me a thumbs up, click the like button, share it with your friends, and please come back for more. This is Amy Jo Berman, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.